How's it going, YouTube? This is a guy in the back seat from Doomveilergames, here with my second video submission for Jeff Lang, his contest. This is his channel right here if you want to check him out. I'll include a link in the description. Basically, he said come up with an original FTK or OTK, and this is an original, but it's a new spin on a old FTK. It's a reversal quiz FTK. So old, I guarantee that half the people in the meta don't even remember this deck, because it basically died out. 6 Sam's had a bit of a stride with it for a minute, but that kind of went away. So I'll explain the deck list. 3 Fader, because this whole deck is essentially stall. 3 Gilosaurus, it lets you special summon it from the hand, but the opponent gets a special summon. If you draw 2 or 3 in the opening hand, you laugh at the opponent. You can exceed with this, which is kind of nice, is level 3. 1 Glow Up Bulb for consistency, 1 Gores because he wins and saves, 1 Gesture Confit. He's a free special summon from the hand. 1 Level Eater, 1 Plague Spreader Zombie, 1 Quick Draw, 2 Tricky, 2 Winged Dragon of Ra, 1 Trigodia, and 1 Treeborn Frog. That's the monster lineup, 18. 2 Feather of Phoenix, 3 Black Pendant, 3 Dark World Dealings. I know in my other video I said hand destruction, but this deck you can't be sending as much. You don't have as many applicable targets for discards, so Dark World Dealings kind of became essential. If you run into Dark Worlds, you almost are guaranteed to lose with this, but obviously with a sideboard you would fix that, whatever, but it's just the main deck list. 1 Fiend Sanctuary because it's underrated in my opinion. 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Magical Mallet, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Pigeon Holding Book of Spell, 3 Reversal Quiz, 3 Upstart, and 3 Reckless Greed. Essentially, this deck, and then the extra deck, sorry. Catastor, Black Rose, Brio, Cavalier de la Flor, Drill Warrior, Formula, Junk Archer, Scrap Dragon, Stardust Dragon, Librarian, 2 Tyrus, and 3 Zen Mains. Essentially, this deck revolves around having this card, this card, this card, and I believe this card in the graveyard. What it does is Reversal Quiz, probably one of the most annoyingly frustrating cards in the game. It says that you get to call Monster Spell or Trap, reveal the top card of your deck. If it matches, you swap life points with the opponent. And there's not damage here, so they can't like reverse it. They can't trigger Gores. There's no. It's a player action to. Therefore, this once the effect goes off. Obviously, you know, with judgments and bribes and all that, it's kind of silly. Still an attempt at this deck. Black Pendant says that when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, your opponent takes 500 to the graveyard after its effect goes off. The play of the deck is to get Raw, drop your life points to 100, activate Plague Spreader's effect to top deck a card, special summon it, activate, and then activate Reversal Quiz. If you do that 100 because of Raw, Plague Spreader, put a card that you know what it is on top of your deck. Reversal Quiz switches the life points after you call that, and then Black Pendant is sent to the graveyard. The effect of Black Pendant takes place after everything else, and your opponent's life points at 0. You win the duel if you pull off that combo. Obviously, it's a much harder combo than some SDKs and OTKs. Feather Phoenix is in there for consistency. Magical Mallet because you always end up drawing too much crap. I mean, and you got special summons out your butt every turn. I mean, you can get Faders to save you. You got Gilosaurus when your opponent has no graveyard. You have Glow Up Bulb from the grave. You got Gesture Confit from the hand. You got Tricky from the hand. You got Quick Draw from the hand. You got Plague Spreader from the grave. You got Treeborn from the grave. Trag from the hand. Everything in this deck special summons except this. When you get hit, you should win the duel. Because you're either going to use them as a 7900 beat stick or whatever your life points are to 0 or to 100 beat stick, which is pretty game breaking. It's just with the meta how it is now, this deck is impractical, but it's still a original FTK or OTK, or at least a spin on it. So as always with Doomveilergames, comment, rate, subscribe. Check out Jeff Lang's channel, Senor Blanco 88. He's a real good guy. I like his videos. And as always, Doomveilergames.